Goopy and Bagha. This is the story of a man who could sing only one song. His name was Goopy Kine, son of Kanu Kine the grocer. Goopy could only sing one song, but no one else in the village could sing anything at all. That is why they called Goopy Gain. Gain means singer. Although Goopy could sing only one song, he sang it all the time. He couldn't spend a single minute without singing. If he wasn't singing, he felt as if he couldn't breathe. When he sat in his father's shop and sang, all the customers would run away. When they sang in the fields, all the cows would fear their ropes and flee. Soon people stopped coming to his father's shop. All the cowherds stopped taking their cows to the fields. One day, Kanu Kine decided he had had enough. He chased Goopy out of the house. Goopy ran to the fields. There, the cowherds chased him out. Finally, he escaped into the forest and started practicing his song very hard. In another village close by, there lived a man called Panchu Pine. Panchu Pine's son loved playing the drum. While playing his drum, he would shake his head, tap his feet, glare at everyone, gnash his teeth, and frown fiercely. People in his village would gape at him and marvel. Oh, sometimes he would let out a roar just like the tiger. When he did that, his audience would run away in fear and stumble and fall. That is why he was known as Bagha Bain, which means the tiger-like drummer. Everyone forgot what his actual name was. Bagha would start playing his drum with gusto every morning, and so great was the force of his drum playing that he would also break the drum by the end of each day. His father would have to buy him a new one on the following morning. In the end, Panchu Pine could not afford to buy Bagha any more drums, but how could Bagha give up drumming? People in his village said he will all collect money to supply Bagha with drums. It is our good fortune to have such an accomplished drummer in our village. He shouldn't stop playing. After much discussion, they decided that they would buy him a drum that was so strong and sturdy that even Bagha would find it difficult to break. And what a drum they brought for him! It was 3.5 feet wide, equally tall, and its skin was made from buffalo hide. Bagha was overjoyed. "I will play it standing up," he said. So from that day, Bagha played his drum standing up. The drum had a fine sound. It was not only marvelously loud, it was also amazingly strong and remained undamaged even after Bagha played it day and night for 1.5 months. But his parents' head started throbbing from listening to him, and they thought they would lose their minds. All the other people in the village also started feeling dizzy in the head. No one can say what could have happened if this went on much longer. One day, all the villagers came and told Bagha, "Dear brother, we will give you 10 pots of sweet. Please go somewhere else. If you stay here, we will all go mad." Poor Bagha, what could he do? He had to take his drum and go to another village. They heard him play and greeted him enthusiastically. But within 2 days, the people of that village also threw him out. After that, wherever he went, he was driven out in no time. Bagha started roaming the fields. When he felt hungry, he would go back to his village and start drumming. The villagers would quickly bring him food and leave a sigh of relief when he left. But soon they stopped bringing food. Instead, they drove him away. Enough is enough, thought poor Bagha. It's better to go and live in the forest than to suffer fools. What can happen? I may get eaten by a tiger, but at least I will be able to play my drum. And when he went into the forest with his drum, Bagha lived quite happily there for some time. He could play his drum without people chasing him out of villages. But after a while, his peace was disturbed. The forest had no tigers, but it did seem to have one terrible beast. Bagha hadn't seen it, but had heard it roar in the distance. Its bellow would make him tremble all over. This creature will probably eat me up and my drum too if he sees me, Bagha thought, and decided he should find another forest to live in. The terrible beast was none other than Goopy Gain. What Bagha thought was the beast roar was Goopy practicing his song in another part of the forest. Goopy could also hear Bagha playing the drum, and he too was frightened by its loud roar. Finally, one day, he decided to run away from the forest. He could not live in fear of the beast. As he was making his way out, he saw another man carrying an enormous drum on his head. Goopy was amazed to see him. "Who are you?" he asked. "I am Bagha Bain." "Who are you?" said Bagha. "I am Goopy Gain." "Where are you going?" asked Goopy. "I will go wherever I can find a place to stay," Bagha replied, "and all the people in my village are fools. They can't appreciate good music. That is why I came to stay in the forest. But there is a terrible beast here. If I stay here, the creature will surely eat me and my drum too. That is why I am going away." "You are right," said Goopy. "I also running away from the beast. Tell me, where did you hear it roar?" "From the east," said Bagha. "From the bamboo thicket." "Why, that was me!" cried Goopy. "You heard my song." "That wasn't the beast. The beast roars on the western side of the forest by the big banyan tree." "That was the sound of my drum," said Bagha. "I was playing it under the banyan tree." As they realized that they had got scared listening to each other's music, they burst out laughing. Goopy and Bagha became friends. They decided that they would go and play for the king. An extract adapted from Goopy Gain, Bagha Bain and Other Stories by Upendrakishore Roychoudhuri.